Reason number 3, I'm a Presbyterian and you should be one too, is biblical church government. Now you might say, who cares about church government? Well, God cares. He tells us in Scripture the way that the church ought to be governed, which should be enough. But we're going to get into some of the more practical stuff later in these videos. But as I said in my first reason, is that Presbyterianism comes from the Greek presbyteros, meaning an elder, such that Presbyterians are elder ruled. And we have two offices within that, the minister or a teaching elder, and we have ruling elders. And these elders are equal. There's what we say, there's parity between them, such that in Presbyterianism, the pastor is not ruling with an iron fist over everybody as a tyrant, but rather you have a collection of elders in the local church ruling. Now, you may not be familiar with the 3 views of church government, but one is congregationalism, where you just have every congregation is independent, ruling themselves. The second one is the Episcopal version, which is really a sort of pyramid. You see it especially in Roman Catholicism. The Pope's at the top, and he gives orders to the cardinals, and the cardinals tell the archbishops, and then the bishops, and the priests, and so on and so forth. Problem is, Scripture does not give us the office of the Pope. It does not give us the office of cardinals or archbishops. Do the Scriptures give us the office of bishop at all, though? Now, there is another Greek word, episkopos, that is used as an office, but that word is the same. It's a synonym for elder, for presbyteros. You see that especially in Acts 20, verse 28, where Paul is addressing the Ephesian elders, and he calls them bishops. He calls them overseers. You see it in Titus chapter 1, verses 5 through 7, where Paul's giving Titus instructions for the elders, and he says, and these elders are overseers. They are bishops. So a bishop equals elder. So there's no reason to think there's this hierarchy, this pyramid sort of thing going on like you see in Roman Catholicism or in Anglicanism. Finally, we're left with a third version of church government, and it's best really to think of it as just a 2D triangle. It's not a hierarchy structure where you have here your local elders ruling, but then sometimes your local elders meet and they get more elders involved, and we call it a presbytery. We can examine Acts 15 and see that certain cities were sending their presbyteries to then what we call, when we get all the elders together, for the general assembly. And that's what you see in Acts 15 with the Jerusalem council. But you see, it's always the same elders involved, and it's just getting more and bringing them in. So it's not this kind of pyramid hierarchy, but rather a 2D triangle. There is also a third office in the church, and that is the office of deacon, which is used for mercy ministry. That way the elders can tend to shepherd the sheep, and the ministers can tend to the preaching of the word. So why am I a Presbyterian? Reason number 3, we're going to look at some more of this in the reasons to come, but reason number 3 is biblical church government.